What's going on, guys? I just got back from watching Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F, Fukatsuku no F, whatever you want to call it. And let me say, this has been one of the best movie-going experiences that I have had in a while. Mostly because, like I said in my previous video, this is the first time in a long time that I've actually seen anything anime related on the big screen. I mean, I've seen plenty of anime movies, but not in the theaters. Like I said before, the last one that I've seen in theaters was Pokemon 2000 years ago, 15 years ago. So that already got me hype, and just the crowd. I mean, tickets were sold out. People were getting hype when some epic things happened on the screen. I mean, people stood up. Everyone said KAMEHAMEHAAAA when Goku did. It was just such a fucking awesome experience. We had some people with like Dragon Ball Z outfits, like Goku's uniform and everything. It was just such a fucking good time. But now on to the actual review of the movie. Let me go ahead and say this review is going to have plenty spoilers because I plan on picking apart just about everything. So if you have not watched the movie, I think you should leave, unless you don't care about spoilers, because some people don't. But first off, let me talk about some things that I think need to be cleared up because it wasn't exactly clear to me. I wasn't exactly big on, being caught up with the Dragon Ball Z news because I didn't want to spoil myself of what was going to happen in the movie. Now, Goku's Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, that name was never officially announced in the actual movie unless I missed something. And a lot of people thought that since Goku's Super Saiyan God mode, when he was, with his red hair and whatnot, he looks like he's in his base form. So Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan must be a power-up of that. So that's like Super Saiyan God is his base form, and Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is like his Super Saiyan form, and that's not entirely true. Based on what I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, I only saw it once, but Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is the Super Saiyan God aura and the God power, and like Goku can control it, like he can call it out whenever he wants, because if you remember in Battle of the Gods, he only had access to that power one time, well, twice technically. The first time when everyone else, activated that power in him, and the second time when he wanted to defend Earth and it just kind of burst out. But now he has complete control over it. So I wouldn't say that it's like a Super Saiyan God 2 or anything like that. I think it's like the true Super Saiyan God form, if that makes any sense. And also, Vegeta has it as well, and I'm not exactly sure how. I don't know if Goku just let him borrow the power, because we saw in the last movie like how they can transfer their power to other Saiyans, but I don't know, with no one holding hands to give Vegeta that power as well, because it seemed like it was just a shock to everyone, not just Golden Frieza, who I'll get to in a bit. So I really wish they would have explained that a little bit more. The only thing Vegeta said about it was, "Oh, you thought Goku was the only big dick? Well, I'm a big dick too now, motherfucker." So he really didn't explain how he got that power. So I guess it's up to us, maybe in the Dragon Ball Super anime. And overall, this movie seemed kind of short, when in actuality it was an hour and 45 minutes. That's damn near 2 hours, which is a pretty long movie. I think it went by kind of fast because all the fun me and everyone else in theater was having. It's longer than the first one. I believe Battle of the Gods was like an hour and 25 minutes, correct me if I'm wrong, but it just seemed like it went by too quickly. But that's because of, own personal enjoyment. But it was a fucking awesome movie. We start off with some asshole, the commander of Frieza's fleet, resurrecting Frieza via the Dragon Balls, and now Shenron can grant 2 wishes because of something about Goku being the new protector, and his god powers awaken something inside of Shenron, so now he can grant 2 wishes opposed to 1. And they were going to wish King Cole back, but the guy, with Pilaf and Mai, I forgot, the dog, he wished for a million Zenny, I believe, so he fucked up that wish. But Frieza came back, and as you know, he became Golden Frieza eventually because he found out how strong Goku was, and he was like, "I've never had to train for anything in my life, so if I do, I should be able to match Goku." And Frieza is very impressive. I was wondering how they were going to justify Frieza putting up a fight against a Super Saiyan God Goku, which is stronger than Super Saiyan 3, and Goku took out Frieza in regular, Super Saiyan 1. So, I mean, I was kind of hesitant about like the plot. I thought that maybe it would just be a reason for us to get a Dragon Ball Z movie, but they really pulled it off really well. I think the Golden Frieza was very justified, and this goes to show because Frieza only had 6 months to train before he fought Goku, and he was already as strong as Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So if Frieza had have trained his entire life, this dude may have been like the biggest boss in all of Dragon Ball history. As soon as he got his shiny form, he went to go fight Goku, which overall became his downfall. But I have a question. It seems that the power of Shenron has kind of been inconsistent, because in this movie he stated that he could bring Frieza back to life, but he really didn't want to because Frieza had been cut up by Trunks, and he would have to bring him back in his cut up state, which he did, and Frieza's goons kind of put him back together or whatever. So with Shenron saying that, oh, I can bring this guy back to life, but because he was cut up by a sword, I can't put him back together, I kind of find that hard to believe, considering that he brought back Krillin and some other people that have been blown to smithereens. So I thought that was kind of an inconsistency. I'm not sure if they forgot about Shenron's power since it's been so long since Dragon Ball Z got anything new. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I never heard that rule before. And another thing that was worrying me was Gohan. I thought he was just going to get his ass whooped, but he proved to be the most badass in this movie besides, of course, Goku and Vegeta. Like, he took out the most, and even Frieza said, this kid has potential. He could have killed my entire army in an instant, but because he has such a soft heart, he's killing everyone by non-lethal means. So, I mean, for Frieza to praise him, he has to be doing something good. I thought Gohan was going to be a punk. He still has Super Saiyan, but it seems he lost his mystic powers. They weren't exactly clear on that. I don't know. And also, this movie just completely shits on Yamcha. When Frieza's army comes, Tien says, I left Chaozu and Yamcha back because these goons are too much for them, basically is what he said. So for him to leave Yamcha with Chaozu kind of says a lot. Let the Yamcha memes begin. Overall, seeing Krillin being a cop and Jaco, I mean, he's fucking hilarious, man. I haven't read his manga. I think I read like the first few chapters and I kind of slacked off. I'm thinking about picking it up just because his character is just so lovable, man. You can tell that he wants to protect, but he's kind of a coward, but he plays it off so smooth, and he's hilarious. And also Gohan playing the daddy role of this movie, it was kind of interesting. I can kind of understand why he slacked off on his martial arts training, but if Vegeta can get Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan from Goku, if that is how he got it, like I said, it's kind of hard to understand how he obtained that power. That means that possibly Gohan could get it as well. So if he got his shit together, left the baby with Videl for a while and went up there to train with Beerus and Whis like Goku and Vegeta, then he could maybe just imagine 3 Super Saiyan God Super Saiyans. That would be awesome. Maybe even Goten and Trunks, maybe a Super Saiyan God Gotenks. That would be so OP. But I mean, I think Super Saiyan God, based on how it's described, is like a pure blood Saiyan thing. But then again, I mean, Goten and Trunks have gone Super Saiyan 3, so if they can go that level, I think that it's possible for, a half-blood to obtain Super Saiyan God too. But like I said, it depends on how you obtain that power. I understand how Goku did, but it did not explain at all how Vegeta did. But I mean, Vegeta got mad love in this movie. I'm so glad, because after Battle of the Gods, I was kind of disappointed with Vegeta's character. I mean, he did some awesome things, but I mean, he fell short. He surpassed Goku last movie, and just seeing him dance around and seeing that karaoke shit was hilarious. But I wanted him to get like a few legit hits off the main guy in the movie. He kind of did against Beerus, but Beerus really didn't feel that shit. So for like when Vegeta turned Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, the crowd went wild. Like, it was the most OP shit. He was just walking through Frieza's blast. He was about to KO him, but of course, Goku had to get the last hit. And the scene where the Earth actually got destroyed, yes, the Earth actually blew up, but we reversed time or whatever. I think that really developed Goku's character from this point on, because he could have taken out Golden Frieza a while ago, but like Whis and Beerus and everyone said, he's too soft-hearted, and he saw the ultimate price. Like, he saw the Earth die. He saw all of his friends die. I mean, Chi-Chi, Goten, Trunks, Vegeta, everyone died, all because Goku wanted to be merciful. And with this out the way, with him getting a second chance to save the Earth, and the second time he did not give a fuck. Like, he blew Frieza the fuck away with that huge ass Kamehameha. But with that being said, I think that this is finally the time where Goku realizes that, hey, you know, if they're going to try to harm me, my family, or the Earth, I'm going to kill them straight up. So I hope this opens up Goku's eyes, because if Whis wasn't such an awesome guy, and if he didn't like the Earth's desserts, then the Earth would have been destroyed for good. Like, that's the only reason we said he brought the Earth back, is because he enjoyed their sweets. So Goku really needs to step it up when it comes to that. I understand he has a soft heart, but he saw firsthand what, you know, forgiveness can do, man. Like, everyone he loved died. I mean, there were a few other people that survived with him, but a majority of his family was dead. I mean, the entire Earth, the entire population, and Frieza still supposedly lived after that. So with that on Goku's conscience, how he pretty much just let everyone die, I'm pretty sure he's going to get more badass now. And one thing that I did not like is how Whis and Beerus said that if these two Super Saiyan guys, Super Saiyans, Goku and Vegeta, if they teamed up, they could be unstoppable. And even with that knowledge, Goku and Vegeta are like, hell no, I would rather die than to fight with this guy. Just imagine, like, a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Gogeta. That would be fucking OP. They can demolish anyone. And we said that they can even rival or defeat Beerus if they teamed up in that form. So with that being said, why don't they do it, man? I can understand Vegeta's pride and Goku, like, wanting to do everything alone as well and wanting to be the strongest, but still, man, that would be so fucking epic. I hope in Dragon Ball Super, or perhaps the next movie, we will get a fusion, or them realizing that, hey, you know, we have to work together, or them being forced to work together. And I understand there are probably some of you that have not watched the movie that are watching this review, so if you're kind of confused about Golden Frieza like I was before I watched the movie, here's the explanation. Basically, when Frieza came back to life, like I said before, he realized how strong Goku was, and Frieza was like, hey, I need to train to, you know, become badass enough to defeat him. And Golden Frieza actually did seem stronger than Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan for a while, but, you know, ultimately, you know, good always wins in this kind of anime. But he basically got this power from training his ass off, and that's pretty much it. I thought there would be, like, those special, you know, like a god fruit or something, since, you know, it's kind of obvious from the previews that he would rival Goku's god mode, so I assumed that he did something. But nope, all Frieza had to do was train, and he obtained this power, which says a lot. Like I said, he could have been like the biggest threat in this series' history if he wasn't just such an arrogant asshole and wasn't relying on his natural born power. I mean, everything that we've seen Frieza do up until this movie, he's done without a single day of training, he says. And in just 6 months, he's already god levels. So he could possibly have surpassed Beerus if he, like, trained his whole life, which kind of has me scared of Frieza, man. Like I said, I was not expecting Frieza to ever be this badass, considering he got taken out in, you know, base Super Saiyan. So I mean, it's just fucking crazy how they justified Frieza being so strong. I mean, Gohan didn't stand a chance. Piccolo, of course, characters like Krillin, Tien, and Roshi didn't stand a chance against him, but they had their own shine too. I love how they separated each character, and you can tell that it was done just so we can get some awesome stuff from them, like Roshi with his big ass muscular Kamehameha, Krillin with his destructo disc, Gohan going Super Saiyan, Piccolo with those energy blasts. Like, everyone went the fuck in, and I just love Bulma. Just like last movie, you know, Battle of the Gods, when she talked shit to Beerus, the god of destruction himself, she talked shit to Frieza. She didn't give a damn. I love Bulma, man. That's the kind of wife I want. It sucks that Chi-Chi wasn't there, because I know she can be, you know, sassy in the mouth just like Bulma, and she wasn't really in the last movie. I mean, she was, but she didn't have as much screen time as Bulma, which has me wondering why Bulma is getting more screen time than Chi-Chi. But another reason why I think Goku and Vegeta should suck it up and just train together is because they are getting trained by the god of destruction himself, and Whis also. So any advice that they have, I'm pretty sure they should take it. And the advice that Whis gave Goku earlier about, you know, being, you know, too sympathetic and too forgiving, it ultimately, like, it came true. Like we said, it was going to be his downfall, and the entire fucking world got destroyed in front of Goku's eyes. And then after all that, he still says that he doesn't want to work with Vegeta. So I'm like, dude, just listen to these guys. You and Vegeta could be like the most awesome dudes. You know, make your son start training again, get Goten up in there. I can understand if he didn't want Goten to, but I mean, this is just such, oh my god, just imagine Gogeta, man. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Gogeta will be the most OP thing in the universe. Now, I've said this before, I've even seen the movie, and I will say it again. The fact that Goku got taken out by an ordinary ray gun, a laser, is kind of bullshit. I mean, he's taken countless of Golden Frieza's attacks and energy blasts, but one laser knocked him the fuck out. Like, he almost died by one laser. Granted, it was on the left side, so it probably did hit something vital, but a sensu beam kind of, you know, popped him back into shape. But still, man, and the fact that he like got hit because his guard was down, because he was doing the exact same thing we told him not to do, just kind of made me go like, oh my god, Goku, come on. You've been through too many countless battles. You saved the world too many times to still be this sympathetic for someone who obviously came for your fucking head. So the fact that Goku is still like this, I mean, it's nice to see that, you know, some characters don't change, but I think it's time that Goku did when it comes to that part. And I think after seeing the world blow up in front of his face, that, you know, I think this is it, man. I think Goku was about to be a savage mofo. I mean, of course, he's still going to be, you know, kind-hearted and whatnot, but I think he's not going to let anyone even threaten the Earth anymore. And I love how when Vegeta stepped up to Frieza, he was like, you know, I'm not like Goku. I'm going to kill your ass right fucking now. Vegeta is such a fucking savage, and that's why I think I actually like him. He's my favorite character in Dragon Ball Z, if you didn't know. Right? Trunks used to be my favorite, but that was like the future Trunks, and we haven't gotten him in a while, so Vegeta has moved up. There was this one scene where Goku was going to fuck in on Frieza, and Vegeta got mad because he was getting more time. Like, they had planned on tag teaming him, like going back and forth, not exactly at the same time, and Vegeta was like, when the fuck is it going to be my turn? You promised I was going to get some glory too. And they actually ended up fighting each other, like at the same magnitude Goku was fighting Frieza. So that just kind of shows how, you know, much their rivalry is still going on, which I appreciate. But I mean, this is the fate of the Earth here, so I think they should get it together at least for that. But the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku versus Golden Frieza was fucking amazing, man. There was a little bit of CGI, which I didn't think I would like, but it blended in with the rest of the animation so beautifully, and just the new blue aura and Golden Frieza's fiery golden aura was just amazing, man. And when, like I said, when Vegeta stepped it up, everyone got a hype. I mean, Vegeta is such a fucking monster. He would have taken out Frieza, you know, if Frieza didn't do that fuck shit he did. But oh my god, this movie was so awesome. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Like I said, there were a few inconsistencies and a few things unexplained, like how Vegeta got this power. Why couldn't Shenron bring back Frieza in his full form? I mean, I understand why, he said, but Shenron has brought back many characters in like top-notch condition when they were completely obliterated. Like, there wasn't even dust of them left, probably, but he could not put Frieza back together just because he was in many chunks. I don't understand that. And unfortunately, we did not get any Beerus action. He was there for comedic purposes and, you know, there to kind of gauge how Goku and Vegeta, how strong they are, because even he said that they need to work together. And I really want to see Whis fight. We saw him train with Goku. He knocked out Vegeta and Goku in the single chop, kind of how Beerus did in the previous movie, but we have yet to see him fight seriously. And since we know that Whis is more powerful than Beerus, correct me if I'm wrong on that, I mean, I would love to see someone worthy of Whis getting serious, because I'm pretty sure a serious Whis is a fucking deadly Whis. And also, one small complaint, it really is not a big deal. At the beginning, the general of the Frieza army was like, oh, we have to find the Dragon Balls. We know some people that can. He was talking about Pilaf and whatnot. And like the next second, like it didn't even show him confront Pilaf. Like they had already gathered the Dragon Balls and they were already, you know, together. They just kind of skipped out their entire confrontation. I can understand why, because that, you know, part was not really important to the plot at all, and they tried to keep it from being a super long movie. but you can tell that the beginning was kind of rushed just so we can get to the action, which is not a bad thing. But this movie was fucking amazing, man. Like I said, just the experience of going to see an anime movie in theaters as an adult, it means a lot more to me than it did back then. The magic is still there. I loved the crowd, man. The house was full. I have to see it again. I think I have to see it 2 more times with 2 people that have not been able to see it yet. So I'll be able to see it, like I said, 2 more times. And if there is something that I missed or something I got wrong, I'll probably correct it, and I'll probably do like a review with the other people, maybe, I don't know. But tell me what you guys thought. If you've seen the movie, how awesome was it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What's going on with that Shinron thing? Because I really don't understand, unless there was a rule that I missed back in the day. But I really don't ever recall him saying anything like that. But tell me what you guys thought. This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.